Good evening, scholars, and welcome back to the Restricted Collection, a podcast about tabletop games. We're coming back for the second CPA. To save myself a little bit of reading, I accepted Tillinghast's offer. I've decided to go along the the expedition headed east, so I'm with Ruby. There is I took No Place Like Home as my task. However, the CPA offered me the ability to take a second one. I chose not to. So, No Place Like Home. When you reveal a location, remove one discovery from No Place Like Home. It has 8 discoveries on it. When the game ends, if there are 1 per investigator or fewer discoveries on No Place Like Home, mark 1 progress. I'm the only one revealing locations, so it shouldn't be too bad, and I'm decently mobile. Great. There's also there was a contract for the CPA where you could take Ruby or Andy, whichever one you got, and put them. They attach to the contract effectively, and you can, as an action, play them from underneath them, paying their cost. So it's kind of like they're on hand and ready to go. I took that, and then I will have the alien tablet as my relic for this scenario. Uses for secrets. Fast during a skill test on a glyph or relay card, exhaust alien tablet and spend a secret. The performing investigator gets +2 skill value for that test. Seemed pretty straightforward to me. I spent 6 of my 7 XP. I got 2 copies of True Awakening because I'm Drifter traded, and I got 2 copies of Rough because they have wild icons. I removed On the Brink and Stalk Prey. Because, yeah, Stalk Prey is good. I just wasn't feeling it, if I'm being honest. So I'll just attach Ruby there. There's Mr. Marsh. Reset my health and sanity. Reset my clues. Okay, so Obsidian Canyons. Skulls are -X, where X is the current storm intensity, which is 1. Cultists are -4, which there are no cultists. I forgot to check how my bag changed. I forgot to do that. Bag did not change, so never mind. Cultists which don't exist. Tablets, -1 for each open sky adjacent to your current location. Elder Thing, -2 if there's an enemy at your location, reveal another token. Agenda 1A, the clouds around, encroaching storms, the clouds around Riley crackle with alien energy as a storm picks up. Each non-weakness enemy may enter or leave open skies of or location. Each location is connected to each location and open sky adjacent to it. We'll get to open sky in a second. Forced when an investigator would leave, when an investigator's location would leave play, move that investigator to any central location. They take 2 direct damage. 3 doom to advance. Act 1A, Scouring the Spires. The alien skyline calls to you, brimming with ancient secrets. As an action, I can spend X clues to reveal X cards from the bottom of the summit deck. You may put 1 revealed location into play in an adjacent open sky and move to it. Place the open sky card and each other revealed card on top of the summit deck in any order. Objective, if each surviving investigator is at Central Spire, advance. I have a weird fear that this isn't going to scale very well, but we'll get to that when we scale well with solo, because I'm the only one who can... I've got to make it so the location I'm looking for, the Center Spire, is in the top 4 cards. So the summit deck currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in it, which means I have to get through it myself. The board is a 3 tall, 4 wide grid. I start in the bottom left-hand corner of the Riley streets. Central traded, fetid seawater pools in the ancient streets, stinking of dead fish and rotten detritus. There is a I'm reading that at an angle, excuse me. There is a funeral air in the sleeping city, a feeling of deep loss and dread. 2 shroud, 3 per investigator clues, cannot be moved or leave play. That's nice. As an action, spend 1 to 3 resources, place that many clues from the token pool on any revealed location, limit once per round. So, because the expedition headed west, the streets of Raleigh are flooded with stagnant water and a foul, bias smell you can't identify. After spending hours making little progress from where you made landfall, you find a climbable path up to the summit. Using your rope and a little climbing gear, you reach the nearest vantage point. The ancient dome beckons you in the distance. Just don't look down, Ruby says. If you fall, I'm not peeling you off the ground. The alien city sprawls for miles. Chunks of broken spires are suspended in the cold air above the collapsing towers, and colorful reefs hang from the undersides of ancient buildings. Decaying wrecks of ancient ships lean precariously atop the obsidian spires, swaying gently. You and your companions stare in awe at the unbelievable landscape. A gale force wind nearly sweeps you from your feet. You steady yourself and look to the south to see dark, angry storm clouds crackling with green energy. The breeze reaches a howling crescendo, then suddenly dies down. The landscape below seems to rearrange as miasmic clouds bend and swirl. Your head swims. When you look back at the horizon, the skyline has changed entirely. So I've got everything set up. So there are open sky. Throughout the scenario, you'll be instructed to place open sky cards by taking the encounter cards gathered during setup and placing them in the indicated positions. I'm using the open space cards from that I have for like swarms at open space for TCU and, well, whenever we have swarm cards, because they're going to function the same. The cards that they indicated were just placeholders. Investigators cannot move to open sky unless instructed to explicitly, and enemies can occupy them just fine. Open sky locations cannot be investigated, and clues cannot be dropped on them. If a clue would be dropped, it instead goes on the nearest revealed location. Locations can enter play in a position occupied by an open sky card. Should this happen, the open sky card occupying the position leaves play. If open sky leaves play for any reason, place it on top of the summit deck. Do not place it in the encounter discard pile. All enemies, tokens, and attachments at that open sky are discarded. Great. The summit deck and sliding location cards are always drawn from the bottom of the summit deck. Encounter cards from the summit deck are always placed face down, on revealed side face up if they are locations. The gap between locations and or open skies, if a gap is created for any reason and not immediately filled via scenario card instructions, fill that gap from the bottom of the summit deck. Investigators may be instructed to slide rows to the left or right. To do so, slide them to the left or the right as instructed. Some locations cannot be moved. You skip locations that cannot be moved. Storm intensity. The number of resources on the card is the storm intensity. The higher the storm intensity, the more hazardous the weather. That makes sense. Okay. And then lastly, there is the Western Walls card. Western gales howl with the fury of the cosmos. Forced when the round ends, reveal tokens from the chaos bag equal to the storm intensity. If a non-elder sign symbol token is revealed, shuffle the rightmost open sky / summit location in rows 2 and 4. So there's only one. Did I put the right version of this into play? The western wall, place that. Put the western wind side face up. That is correct. Yeah, maybe it's been a hot minute. Maybe currently only one row is going to be moving. But shuffle the rightmost open sky summit locations in rows 2 and 4 and place them on the top of the summit deck, or place them in the victory display instead if they have victory X and no clues on them. Each enemy token attachment at location or / open sky are discarded. Slide each open sky and summit location in rows 2 and 4 once to the right. Then place the bottom card of the summit deck in each gap created, then flip this card. Okay, so it flips back and forth. Great. Okay, what's my opening hand? Unexpected Courage, Manual Dexterity, Guts, and the Sea Change Harpoon. Let's get rid of all the skills, just because I've got a good chance of getting skills back. I got 2 Roughs and Alexei Sabarov. Ruby Standish, by the way, the Master Thief. +1 agility, fast. If there are no ready enemies at your location, you can exhaust her to move to a connecting location. That is really nice. So, do I want Alexi or do I want Ruby? Let's go with Ruby. The +1 agility will be nice if I continue to be evading things. So that drops me to 1 resource. So it goes. I'm even to investigate. I will commit 2 roughs. Rough. Level 1 skill card commits for a strength and a wild. For every 2 damage on you, rounded up, it gains +1 wild. Bouncers, fish people, monsters. If it's got a pulse, you can sure as hell punch it. So I'm 2 up. I drew a 0. We'll return 1 of these. Lose the other one. I also don't mind having 1 in the discard pile. Just have for Elder Signs as they come up. So that was 1. That was 2. I'm going to draw a card, which is a do or die. Resource Sand card. Silas's Net. I swear I shuffled this. 1 of 3 Doom. I mean, I did reveal a location when I entered Riley Streets, so, you know. Eyes of the Deep. Put Eyes of the Deep into play in your threat area. Limit 1 per investigator. Treat each cultist and tablet token you reveal during the test as if it were an elder thing. Instead, test will 3 if you succeed. Discard Eye of the Deep. I don't hate that right now, so that's fine. Let's investigate. Let's commit. I don't have a lot I want to commit. Let's draw a card. Action 1, draw a card. Unexpected Courage. Action 2, investigate, committing Unexpected Courage. -1. I do need the Unexpected Courage. That's fine. Get a clue. So that was action 1, then action 2. We're gonna fast use Ruby when nope, it's not a fast move. Let's go ahead and action, spend 1 clue to look at the bottom X cards of the Summit deck. There's only the Eastern Athenaeum, apologies. So that goes into play. This goes to the top of the Summit deck. It is a 1 shroud, 1 per investigator, or 1 clue. 1 shroud, 1 clue. Action, spend 1 per investigator clues as a group to discover such and such glyph and record plant. Victory 1. So I drew a card, I investigated, I spawned a location. So I could move. I forgot to do Western Winds at the end of the last round. It's a skull, so this card would have fallen off. I'll put that under the thing. We're just going to say the card that I drew was random for random, but I'll make sure that the open space is on top of the deck. And then this would have flipped. Eastern. It cares about rows 1 and 3. Great. I don't want to move for my last action because I have the Hermes action. I also could Ruby Standish, but I don't want to worry about it. I'm sorry. I forgot to read the back of Summit. A lot of rules everywhere. Force, when you would enter this location, if you do not control the Obsidian Claw, you must either spend a clue or test Agility 2. If you fail, cancel the effects of the move. I will test the Agility. I'm 3 up. That's a skull, which is -1. So I got here no problem. I didn't have to do that because you put it as part of the action on the act into play revealed. Got it. Okay. Sorry. Resource and a card. Another do-or-die. I swear I shuffled. At the end of the round, we test the eastern winds and reveal a -1. So nothing happens. 2 of 3 doom, and we draw a Hunting Nightgaunt. 4 health, 3 fight, 1 evade. Hunter Nightgaunt. Monster Nightgaunt has the Hunter keyword. When attempting to evade it, double the negative modifier of each revealed chaos token. Joy. Okay. I'm going to commit do or die to be 6 to 1. That doesn't matter. So I'll just be 5 to 1 as it is. -2, which is a -4. It's fine. We evaded it. I will spend my 1 clue to get plant, because I got 2 clues off the first location. So translate a glyph, plants. Okay, 1, 2. Let's try to get this clue. I will commit a do or die to be 2 up. Elder's Sign. Yeah, sure, I'll take that Unexpected Courage back. And I'll take the do or die back, because I don't need it anywho. So I get the clue, which is VP, and then we're going to fast use Ruby, because there are no ready enemies at my location, to try to go to the location to... So I'm in the bottom row, going from the... I'm in row 3, column 2, and I'm trying to go to row 3, column 3. So I'm 3 up, -1. Great. Suspended Reef. 3 Shroud, 2 clues. Forced after you end your turn at this location, you must either discard a card at random from your hand or take a damage. I will take a damage. Fast during your turn, spend a clue. Choose an enemy at a summit location up to 3 connections away. Swap places with the chosen enemy, ignoring its location's forced effect. Neat. Excuse me. I will then Hermes. I don't want to Hermes into the last location because it could leave. I could Hermes up. Let's Hermes up. So I'm 3 up, +1. Great. So I'm now in row 2, column 3, Hanging Ship, 2 Shroud, 4 clues. I've now revealed 4 locations. After you end your turn at this location, test Agility X, where X is the number of investigators at this location. If you fail, discard Hanging Ship to the top of the summit deck. Action, each investigator at this location spends a clue to slide Hanging Ship once into an adjacent open sky. Neat. It's also not a terribly expensive way to get clues. Okay, Hunting Nightgaunt will ready. Resource and a card. True Awakening. How many cards do I have in hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in hand. I'm going to discard Alexi. I'm not playing him for a hot minute. And we hit 3 of 3 doom. There is more to this storm than just bad weather. As the gales howl around you, the alien landscape buckles and shifts before your very eyes. I forgot to check the storms. Checking storms, -2. Nope. When you regain focus, the skyline looks unfamiliar. If the current storm intensity is 6+, nope. Otherwise, add 1 resource to the current storm intensity. Done. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded and spawned at the lead investigator's location. If the storm intensity is 3 or less, that enemy enters play exhausted and unengaged. A Primeval Terror patrols to the nearest summit location. 2 health, 2 fight, 2 evade. Cannot make attacks of opportunity. When engaged with this enemy, you may enter open sky as if it were a location. If you defeat or disengage from this enemy while at an open sky, you are defeated and suffer a physical trauma, because you're flying. Then flip this agenda back over. Okay. So, great. You hit for 2 damage. Jeez. Oh, and then I have to draw my actual encounter card. Elder Mist. Attach Elder Mist to the nearest location without an Elder Mist attached. So, my location. Each investigator at the attached location gets -1 to everything, and then after an investigator at attached location succeeds a skill test by 2 or more, discard Elder Mist. Okay. What are we doing? So... I don't know what I want to be doing. Let's get the Sea Change Harpoon down. 1, 2, 3. So I got a Sea Change Harpoon. I'm going to attack. I'll commit the rough to it to be 5, 6, 7, -1, 6 to 2 to attack. 0. It's dead, and I succeeded by 2 or more. Well, I can take the rough back and still succeed by 2 or more and kill you. Because again, my understanding is it already checked that I committed something. Okay. So it's dead. And that's gone. So 1, 2. Let's use Ruby to move up 1 to the Suspended Reef. I need to test agility. -1, we're fine. 3 Shroud, 2 Clues. After you end your turn at this location, you must either discard a card at random. Oh, I already have seen one of these. Okay. And then I'm going to Hermes over to the last location. So I'm currently in row 1, column 3. I'm going to go to row 1, column 4. Testing agility. Automatic failure. Well, I'll just move there normally for my last action. -3, which is also a failure. Okay. Fine, game. I won't go to there yet. Enemy phase, he'll hunt to the Suspended Reef. And I found a look what I found. That's nice to have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. 1 rough, 1 unexpected courage, 2 do or dies. True Awakening, look what I found. Hunter's Instinct, and Silas's Net. It's going to be 1 doom of 3, but I need to draw 2 tokens. -2 and a -2. Sure. I was kind of hoping for a symbol, but oh well. St. Elmo's Fire. Attach location to the nearest location without St. Elmo's Fire attached. So my location. When the round ends, each investigator at this location takes 1 damage and attach St. Elmo's Fire to an adjacent location with investigators if able. Okay, we're going to try moving again with Ruby. Tablets are -2 because they are treated as elder things. So elder thing -2. If there's enemy at my location, there is not. So I move. Ancient Canyon, 3 Shroud, 1 Clue. That's another revealed location. Only need to reveal 1 more, and I'm not even done with the first act. Forced, after you reveal this location, test agility 1. Zero. If I had failed, I would search the encounter deck and discard pile for a monster enemy and spawn and engage with me, but I passed, so it's fine. So I rubied in. Done. So 3 Shroud, 1 Clue. I already read the Forced Ability. Action, put the set aside Sky Relic. I'll put the Sky Relic into play. Sky Relic, eroded by winds. If Sky Relic would leave play, remove from the game. As an action, test Agility 8. Double the skill icons of each card committed to the skill test. If you succeed, flip this card and resolve its text. So it's just action, put it into play under my control. Okay. So I don't want to stay here, so I'm going to Hermes back to the Suspended Reef. I should have taken a damage last round, which I'll put on myself. So I rubied in, put the card into play under my control, Hermes'd out, so I have 2 regular actions left. I'm going to commit Unexpected Courage to this, because that gets me to 9 to 8. That's not as much as I wanted it to be. If I commit a Rough to this, that gets me 11 to 8, because for every 2 damage on me, rounded up. So I have 1 damage on me, it rounds up to 2. Haha. So I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, geez, I'm at 13 to 8. Probably going to take one of these back if I can. Tablet, which as we've already determined is actually an Elder thing, so -2. I can't pull one of these back because it would drop me to 7 to 8, and I don't want to do that. So Sky Relic, I resolved it, so flip it over. Twisting a hidden knob at the relic's base releases a shower of sparks. You nearly drop the relic from surprise, but the sparks are merely random pinpricks of light and thick clouds of fog that shift like oil on water. The more you look at them, the more they resemble constellations, patterns of distant stars. The projections look nothing like the constellations you've seen, however. You discover the following glyph. That means stars. Add this card to the victory display. It is worth 1 VP. So, translate glyph. That one. It means stars. Okay. So I still have 1 regular action left, with which I am going to spend 2 and get my net down just to have it. I want to get Hunter's Instinct down, but I also don't have any events in my discard pile yet, so we'll get there. Enemy phase, the Hunting Nikon moves from row 3, column 3 to row 2, column 2. I'm in row 3, column 3 to row 2, column 3. And then I am in row 1, column 3. Puts me, resource on a card puts me to 2 resources, and I draw an Overpower. And we do two tokens, a -1 and a +1, so nothing moves again. 1 of 2, we're now at 2 of 3 doom, and I draw Hunting Nightguns. Oh, howdy. How you doing? I'm going to evade it. I'm at 6 to 1 because of Silas's net. -3 is a -6. At least you're not alert. I can take a -4, which is a -8. Come on. Skull, which is -4 in total. So you're at least evaded. But the problem is that was all 3 of my actions. Like all my 3 of my regular actions. Okay. What are we doing? I can move, but I don't want to move. I'm kind of stuck here. I'm just stuck here. That is what is happening. I'm just stuck here. Nothing I can do. Because if I leave, I go to a place that might leave play. Because I can only go back to the Ancient Canyon. So I guess I'm just stuck here. Hunting Night Gaunt from beneath me moves up and attacks me for damage and horror. I'll put the damage on myself and the horror on Ruby. Thank you, Ruby. Resource and a card. Alexi. Hi. We hit 3 of 3 Doom. So we go to Storm Intensity 3. And then discard cards from the top of the deck. If Storm Intensity is 3 or lower, it comes into play exhausted. Another Primeval Terror. And I forgot to see if location shifted. Revealed 2 cards, or 2 tokens. Hey look, it's an auto fail. So the leftmost, oh, it's rightmost on the evens, leftmost on the upper ones. So you and you, at least you go to the victor display. You'll go to the top of the deck. So I just got, as part of that, and I should have taken a damage from St. Elmo's Fire, which I'll take now. So I got shifted over to row 1, column 2, which is different, but still bad. It's better, arguably. So, did we get to the point where these, I don't think any of these can be the center spire. I don't think. So, and I draw my actual encounter card, which is Acrophobia, test will 1. This gets +1 difficulty for each open sky adjacent to my location, which is 2, so it's a 3 difficulty. For each point you fail by, you either lose an action or take a horror. I don't want to do either of those. I'll commit Alexi and Do or Die to be 1 up. I don't mind the horror so much. -4. Goodness gracious. It doesn't matter. I'm going to take the Do or Die back, because it doesn't matter. I'm going to hit 0 anyway. So for each point I fail by, I must either lose an action. I take 3 horror. 1, 2, 3. Ouch. Okay, can I pass a test, please, on the first try? I'm going to attempt to evade the Hunting Night Gaunt. I am 4 up. I should pass this. I have like a 75% chance of passing this. 4 up on this. Skull, which is a -6 because of the storm intensity. Okay. I'm going to try this again. -3. It's just not worth me committing all of my agility icon. Actually, wait a minute. I'm at 6. Okay, timeout. I forgot that I got +1 from Silas's net, so it actually would have been worthwhile for me to do the Do or Die. I'm just going to restart the round now that I remember that this has that number. I'm going to commit Do or Die so that I am 6 up. It's a -3. I pass. I evade both of them because I committed a skill card. Yay. I'm not bitter, I swear. It's just need to... The bag is predominantly passable at that level. I just couldn't seem to draw. I need to not be here. I don't really want to go back. So let's spend my... Well, second action, let's play True Awakening to heal me 1 horror and get me a clue, and then I will spend both of those clues to look at the next 2 cards and put one into play. One of them is the Dazzling Skyline, but more importantly, one of them is the Center Spire. So we're going to go there and put those on top of the deck. So I go to the Center Spire, 3 Shroud, 2 per Investigator, clues, cannot be moved or leave play. As an action, spend 1 to 3 resources to place that number of clues from the token pool on any revealed location. I'm in row 2, column 2. But I evaded, played True Awakening, made it to the Central Spire, so I have Hermes actions, but we advance. At the tower's apex, you see Riley. In total, some ancient calamity leveled the city, sending a shockwave so strong that the twisted spires are bent like blades of grass. What could have caused such great destruction? Remove Riley Streets from the game, ignoring its text box. Okay. Put 5 of the set-aside open skies into place as shown in Act 2. Shuffle each open sky and summit. I skipped a line. So remove Riley Street from the game, ignoring its text. Done. Shuffle each open sky and summit location in play, except for Central Spire, into the summit deck. Each card and token at that location is discarded. Okay. Also, I've completed No Place Like Home. None of these are VP. And then that, and then those, and then 1 whole minute. Okay. Put 5 of the set-aside. Okay, so shuffle each open sky and summit card into play into the summit deck. Okay, so that all gets shuffled together. Okay. Put 5 set-aside open sky locations in play as shown. So I'm in row 2, column 1. And now there will be 5 columns. 1, 2. Okay. And then we fill in with the deck. So real quick, did I put the... I'm sorry. Give me a second to make sure I'm not crazy. Put that into play. Okay, so I should have been using Searching the Spires, which is the wrong one. Functionally, I don't think it changed anything. Functionally, it didn't change anything. It's just the back of this. So, as you admire the skyline, you see the elephantine shape of a winged creature climbing up from below. You are being hunted. Spawn the set-aside and escape. Yeah, I'm supposed to... So use... I should have been using... Agenda 1A Otherworldly Storms, which would not have spawned monsters, but is otherwise the same. So I actually made it harder on myself. Great. You know, it helps to read the instructions. Act 2 to the Ancient Dome. Okay, I got that. My bad. Using the wrong sets. Okay, so spawn the inescapable enemy at the Central Spire exhausted. The inescapable. Shuffle the rest of it into the encounter deck along with the encounter disc of that set. And, yep, done. Remove Raleigh Streets from the game, ignoring its text box. Shuffle each open sky and summit into play. Use the Act 2 diagram. Okay, and then shuffle the set-aside Ancient Dome and Aerial Waterfall locations along with the remaining set-aside Open Sky card into the top 5 cards of the deck. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. I know how to play Arkham, I swear. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So there are 3 cards left in the deck. left in the summit deck as I'm shuffling it. So there will be 8 cards on top of this, 3 cards there. It's a very different board now, mostly filled with summits, thankfully. I actually did not get any empty spaces when I refilled the map. That's nice. Inescapable, Tireless Pursuer, 6 health, 4 fight, 2 evade, Monster Star Spawn Elite, Hunter Relentless, force at the end of each round if an Elder Thing token is revealed from the Chaos Bag. So the first time each round, if an Elder Thing token is revealed from the Chaos Bag, ready it and resolve its Hunter keyword. Parentheses, it does not attack. Victory 0, and hits for 2 damage. So I have 2 movements from Ruby and myself. We're going to use them. So Ruby is going to move me into row 2, column 2. I'm 3 up. 0. Where were you like 10 minutes ago? Look, it's the Hanging Ship. 2 Shroud, 4 Clues, but we know what that does. And I'm going to use my Hermes to move down to row 3, column 2. Tablet, which is a -2, but it is an Elder Thing. So he readies and he hunts to me, but it's when I would enter this location, so I'm in the process. My understanding is when I would enter this location, so he moved in. Okay. Let me look up movement rules. So I want to make sure I do this as right as I can. Rules. Move. Move. Anytime an entity or an investigator moves, transfer that enemy card or investigator mini card from its current location to a different location. Sure. Anytime an entity moves, it is considered to leave the previous location and enter a new location simultaneously. If an investigator moves to an unrevealed location, no. That didn't really answer my question. Move action? That doesn't really answer my question. When you would enter this location. So I simultaneously leave my current location and enter the next location. I am about to enter this location. So I tested, I succeeded, but as part of that, this guy woke up and moved into my location before I moved into the next location. So I got to move, he got to catch up to me immediately. Great. Dazzling Sky, 1 Shroud, 1 per investigator. Clues, after you reveal it, take a horror. Don't want to, but I got to. Puts me at 3 of 5. Action, spend 1 to 3 clues for each clue spent and reveal the bottom 3 cards of the summit deck. You may put those cards on either the top or the bottom of the summit deck in any order. And then I'm about to take 2 damage from the stupid inescapable that I thought I wasn't escaping. Guess it's in the name. Okay. So I took 2 damage, putting me at 5 of 9. Resource Sand a card. Glassing. It's actually kind of nice, given my current situation. Dare I say. Then we reveal 3 tokens. There's definitely a symbol. So the Western Winds moves rows 2 and 4 to the right. Okay, so you'll go on top, you'll shift over, and the first 3 cards, one of which is, the first one is an open space, I don't care about, because it's definitely, what I'm looking for is definitely not in there. Okay, we go to 1 of 3 Doom, and I draw an Elder Mist. -1 to everything here. Okay. So I'm 4 to 2. 0. Great, the inescapable is evaded. Let's not be here. I know. Novel idea. Want clues. I have no clues. I want clues. I need clues to easily find locations. Let's fast Ruby off into the next location. So I'm going to row 3, column 3, +1. Great. Magnetic Spires, 2 Shroud, 3 clues. Cannot trigger abilities on firearm assets. Sure. Each investigator at this location can spend a clue to open up, to choose an open sky up to 2 locations away to swap magnetic spires with the chosen open sky. Neat. I'm going to investigate this location. I'm even. -4. Oh no, I spend 2 and play. Look what I found to get 2 of these clues. I evaded, free moved, fake investigated. Let's move to the next summit. I'm 3 up. 0. Using Hermes, I moved to the Suspended Reef. 3 Shroud, 2 per investigator. Just 2 clues. Sorry. After you end your turn here, you must either discard a card at random or take 1 damage. Okay. So I evaded, free moved, investigated, effectively free moved. So I have 1 real action left. I'm going to get my Hunter's Instinct down. 1, 2. So I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to take a damage. I'll put that on to myself, putting me at 6. 6 of 9. I don't love it, but it's what it is. Resource sand a card. Manual dexterity. That's nice. We reveal 3 tokens. None of them are non-Elder Sign symbol tokens. So I had an Elder Sign. 2 of 3 Doom. And we find Crumbling Masonry. So I'm Test Agility X, where X is by location's printed shroud. We'll commit manual dexterity to this. 0. I'll take manual dexterity back. Card draw is nice, but I'd rather just have the manual dexterity right now, if I'm being honest. Okay, so I have 2 clues. More clues would be great, but me being able to get more clues is difficult. Let's spend 2 clues to look at the bottom 2 cards of the Summit deck, which are both locations. Sweet. Obsidian Cliffs, which is a victory. It's not only a glyph location, but it's a victory location. So we're going to take you. 4 Shroud, 1 per investigator. Clues. Choose an adjacent open sky. There are no adjacent open skies. If you succeed, test agility or test intellect 3. If you succeed, put the set aside glyph orrery location to play at the chosen open sky, placing that open sky on the top of the Summit deck. Victory 1. That was my first action. I'm going to draw a card. It's a Guts. Let's Ruby off into the summits to my side, just in case it's something interesting. It's a tablet, which is an elder thing, which means you hunt. 1 and 3 are going to go towards the left, so I'm going to keep you in row 3, because then if you move, you'll be pulled away from me. I succeeded, though. And if I could pick up this card and flip it, there we go. It's a suspended reef. I don't care about that, so we're going to Hermes on back. So I put it into play, I drew a card, I have 1 real action left. I will just gain a resource, I guess. Hill hunts to row 3, column 4. I'm in row 2, column 4. And resource and a card gets me a hidden shelter. That's actually kind of nice. Please move. Pretty please. Yes, tablet and a skull. So you and you. This all shifts over. This all shifts over. So there's an empty open sky next to me, both to the north and the south. And the location that I'm looking for is not that open sky nor that open sky. Okay. And we hit 3 of 3 doom, which adds 1, putting us at 4. And it doesn't spawn an enemy like I had it spawning. Corrosive Fog. Test intellect or strength 4. If you fail, take a damage. If you fail by 3 or more instead, deal 1 direct damage to your investigator and each ally and item asset you control. No thank you. Here's an overpower, putting me at 2 up. Okay. Bad news. The inescapable moves. He can enter that location. That's fine. Good news is I pass because it's just a -2, so I do need the overpower, which will replace itself to a syndicate obligation. After I spend 1 or more resources, take a damage. I'd rather not. Okay. That's awkward timing, though. So I'm going to spend 2 and put a glassing down on this location. And then I'm going to try the intellect test, committing do or die. So I'm even. 0. Great. Love that. I'll take the... look what I've found back. Look what I've found is great. So we put the Glyph Ori to the north. 4 Shroud, 1 per investigator clues. If it would leave play, set it aside out of play. Force when you would enter this location. If you do not control the claw, you must either spend 1 clue or test agility. That's fine. Action, spend 1 per investigator clues as a group to flip this card. So I just need to get some clues. So... what am I doing? So I had to do the Corrosive Fog test. Yep, that's what moved you. So my first action, and that's what got me the syndicate obligations. So my first real action was doing this test. So I'm going to leave. We're going to move up using Ruby. So I have 2 regular actions and a Hermes action. I'm going to get rid of syndicate obligations so that that's not hounding me, so I can play Hidden Shelter next round. Inescapable moves up to the Obsidian Cliffs After an enemy enters this location, I get to test intellect or agility and investigate. I will. And I will be 6 to 4. We're going to commit manual dexterity to this. Zero. Great. I'll take manual dexterity back because I didn't use my ability yet this round. And I get this clue, which gives me the one clue I need to use that ability. End of the round, resource and a card, Dreams of the Deep, and we reveal 4 tokens. 1, 2, 3. Hey, look, it's a skull. Which, you know, moves the inescapable further away from me. I'll take it. So you shift over, you shift over, you shift over, you shift over. You'll flip over, and we get a new location coming in. I'm going to mark that with a green die that could be something that we're looking for. Could be. 1 of 3 doom, and we draw St. Elmo's Fire, which attaches to my location. Okay. I'm going to spend my 1 clue to flip this. A brilliant map of distant nebula filled the room, bursting with color and light. The cerulean glob near the edge draws your attention, staring as it fills your mind with sharp, chittering alien language and the crash of waves. As you begin to mouth the strange language, a symbol glimmers in the cerulean sphere. Looking at it fills you with a deep yearning, an instinct to dive into deep underwater nests. Is this a word you learned or an ancient primordial memory recalled? And I got wave. Let me put that in the book. Translate a glyph. That one. That means wave. Can I get that clue? Probably not. Probably not. One step at a time. So we're gonna, that was 1 action. And we're going to Ruby on over to the summit. I'm testing 5 to 2. I'm going to commit manual dexterity and Dreams of the Deep, so I'm effectively 3 up still. Elder Sign. Oh, thank goodness. I'll take the manual dexterity back because I won't need it, and we're gonna take the rough. We're gonna take a rough and add it to this test and get rid of the Dreams of the Deep. Great. So I move over, and it's an Ancient Canyons. Force after you reveal this location test. Agility 1. I'm 4 up. -1. It's the place where I would get the Sky asset if I didn't already do that side quest. Okay, we're going to Hermes on back. So I still have 2 regular actions. We're going to commit rough to this investigation check, which gives me 4 wild. That puts me at 6. 6 to 4. I'm going to commit the Look What I Found to this as well to be 4 up. +1. I didn't need it, but I got the clue. And then for my last real action, we're going to go back to the Ancient Canyons. That way I don't take the damage from St. Elmo's Fire, and that way the inescapable is just that much further away from me. Whew. Yeah, problem is I don't have a lot of clues, I don't have a lot of money, and I don't have a lot of cards. The inescapable. I'm going to keep you in the middle row for now. St. Elmo's Fire is going to follow me, because it has to. And resource and a card. I got a perception out of that. That would have been nice a minute ago, but it's fine. Revealing 4 tokens. Hey, look, an auto fail. So 1 and 3. So you go away and you go away. And this all shifts over. And then my row gets shifted over. So I'm going to row 1, column 2. And this card could be something that I'm looking for if I want to go all the way back for it. But the inescapable is closer to it than I am. Okay. And then we go to 2 Doom. I'm running out of time. Still Behind You. Test Agility 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each copy of Still Behind You in the victory display. There are no copies. So I'm 3 up. I'm going to commit Manual Dexterity to be 5 up. -2, I'll take Manual Dexterity back. And this gets +1 if... So it just gets discarded. It doesn't do anything. Great. Love that. So I know that location. I know the location in row 1, column 1 is not something I'm looking for. I'm going to spend 1 clue. Thankfully, the bottom card is a location. To look at it, it's the Ancient Dome. Oh, that's where I need to be. Oh, thank God. Yeah, we're putting this into play directly to my south. And then moving to it. That was very lucky. Ancient Dome cannot be moved or leave play. After you reveal this location, draw the set aside Eroded Freeze Treachery. Eroded Freeze. Attach Eroded Freeze to your location, cannot be cancelled. If Eroded Freeze would leave play, set it aside out of play. Test Strength or Intellect 3. If you fail, take 1 damage. Otherwise, put 1 resource on this card. If there are 1 per investigator resources on it, do a thing. Okay. Okay. And then I can action Resign to clamber down. I'm going to draw a card. It's Manual Dexterity. It's not what I wanted, but it's fine. I'm going to draw another card. Nope. We're going to play... Nope, we don't want to do that either. We're going to draw another card. It's a Hunter's Instinct. This is fine. Everything's fine. Enemy phase, the inescapable moves. Resource and a card. Track shoes. Too late. We're about to reset Doom, but first, do things shift? Yes. So you go to the victory display as row 2 shifts. So I'm now in row 2, column 3 as it shifts. And we go to 0 Doom, which puts us at 5. And I draw an encounter card, which is Corrosive Fog. It's okay if I fail this. -1. I did fail this, and I take 1 damage, which I'll put onto myself. That's fine. That's fine. I need to make a strength check. I'm going to draw a card. True Awakening. I'm going to attempt... What are my odds? My odds are better with the strength. So I'm going to make this strength check. I'm 3 up on it, committing True Awakening and my Hunter's Instinct from hand. 3 up. Elder Sign. Sure, have a rough onto that, because why not? So, parts of the freeze are worn smooth by the passage of time, but you eventually identify the shapes of mountains, clouds, and mist. Within the mist, a nightmarish shape appears to be locked in some kind of struggle. Frightened creatures look up from below. Underneath it all, a Cyclopean gazes intently at an underground city deep below the surface. Heavy accenting depicts a roiling mist that fills the streets of the city. Each of its citizens reclines In a look of terrifying repose, I discovered this glyph. It means darkness. Add this card to the victory display. For my last action, I'm leaving. Because it is not worth me staying. I didn't get the claw, but it's fine. So, to the ancient court, the otherworldly clouds churn above the ever-shifting skyline, glimmering with alien shapes. Ruby hangs over the edge of a skyscraper, laughing devilishly. "Don't be scared, this is how you know you're alive," she shouts. Whatever she says next is drowned out by the crack of thunder and a quickening gale. Ruby throws the end of her line to you and pulls herself to the top. R2. You join Ruby at the crest of the ancient court. As you peer down into the depths, you are stunned by the sheer breadth of the structure. The shattered dome where you stand is at least a quarter-mile in diameter and caps a vast, airy chamber. Below, a towering lift stands in the center of a cathedral-like nave, surrounded by spiraling, ringed floors. 5 long apses radiate outward from the central structure like obsidian claws dominating the otherworldly structure. Ruby stands at the crack of the lip and looks down at the vast expanse below. Don't even know if I can see the bottom, but I think anything down there is better than that storm. Mark 1 progress. Was the obsidian claw? Nope. Each investigator earns victory X, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 6 XP in total to spend, because I saved 1 from last. Save. Continue. Proceed to Court of the Ancients. Okay. I didn't even use the Ancient Tablet once. I should have used the Ancient Tablet. What does this deck need? Money. Money would be nice. It could use some card draw and some money. So I'm going to kind of be looking that way for my upgrades. And more consistent cluing. But I feel like generally I'm able to handle what the game throws at me. Generally. Whew, boy. Yeah. So on that note, if there's anything you want to get in contact with me about, feel free to reach out to me at therestrictedcollection@gmail.com. Otherwise, you'll find me around Reddit and Discord as Head Librarian Chad. Thanks for listening.